Hello, welcome to Gospel Share Missions. 4 Fields Discipleship Multiplication Training. In the last video we shared tool number 6, the 411. Now, this is tool number 7, the 3/3. This is the second tool of the growing field, discipleship. This tool is about how a facilitator can lead a small group that multiplies. By being part of a small group, the disciples grow, commit, mature, and multiply. Every time you share the gospel and gather in a healthy way, it is like the small plant that receives water and light. A disciple who shares the gospel and gathers in a healthy way will grow strong in Jesus. But believers who do not share their faith or the gospel and get lost in the crowd of 100 members could end up living a weak or dull faith. This is simple, biblical, and reproducible. In the Bible, we see the church gathered in houses. Aquila and Priscilla, the church that meets at their house. Nympha and the church in her house. Philemon and to the church that meets in his home. It is called the 3/3 because it is a small group reunion divided into 3 sections. In your training, ask the participants to locate page 17 in the notes and drawings. On your sheet, write the title on top of each column: Gather, Grow, and Go. In Gather, the group spent some time looking back on how their week was. Now, write down Mutual Time. How are you? What's your highs and lows? How was your goals from last week? And the group shares. Now, write down Worship. A time for singing, prayer, Lord's Supper, and giving if it's the day. Now, write down Cast Vision. A brief meditation to keep God's heart and vision in front of the group, from Genesis to Revelation, or examples of everyday people following Jesus. Moving on to the Grow column, right above, Sword Method. The group opened the Bible to read a passage to discover. Write down God on top of the sword, then write down man on the bottom, example on the left, and command on the right. The facilitator asks the 4 questions and let the group discover and share. In this passage, what do we learn about God? What do we learn about man? Is there an example to follow? Is there a command to obey? And the group discover and share. Now, below write down, I will. Here the group shares ways to practice what they just learned for the scripture. They start saying something like, from what I learned today, this week, I will. Moving on to the Go column, the group spent some time preparing to go to the mission field. Right above, practice discipleship. Briefly practice any of the 4 Fields discipleship tools. Now, below write down, set goals. This week, who will you pray, share, or train with? Who can start a new group? And the group shares. The church meeting in 3/3 small groups will have the space to gather, grow, and prepare to go. A disciple who learns to share the gospel and gather in a healthy way will grow strong and healthy in Jesus, and this will help in the growth and development of the church. God bless you as you equip yourself to train others who train others. See you in the next video of tool number 8.